Well, so there's a whole field of research that was developed in the 1970s by a researcher named Dr. Michael Sporn from the National Cancer Institute, looking at the opportunity of intercepting cancer before it becomes a clinical problem. This whole idea of cancer prevention. Originally, it was looking at chemicals that could prevent cancer from starting at its early stages. Then it became angioprevention, which is, can we interfere with angiogenesis so that cancers actually can't grow a blood supply as a way of controlling it. And now we know that there's plenty of foods that have been studied that actually have been shown to be associated with the reduced risk of cancer, whether it's green tea, whether it's soy, whether it's tomatoes, whether it's stone fruit, peaches and plums. There's a plethora. In fact, I read about more than 100 different foods in my book, Eat to Beat Disease, that actually have various abilities to impact on angiogenesis towards health.
Meet Dr. William Li, a world-renowned Harvard-trained medical doctor, researcher, president, and founder of the Angiogenesis Foundation. His work has led to more than 40 FDA-approved therapeutics and devices for cancer, cardiovascular disease, wound healing, and vision loss. He is also a New York Times best-selling author with Eat to Beat Disease, The New Science of How Your Body Can Heal Itself. He also published another book, Eat to Beat Diet, Burn Fat, Heal Your Metabolism, and Live Longer. Cancer is one of the leading causes of illness and death worldwide, caused by the uncontrolled growth of abnormal cells in the body. While many factors influence cancer risk, Dr. Li emphasizes the critical role of nutrition in reducing its impact. High-zinc foods, in particular, are key to supporting the body's natural defenses against cancer. Zinc, an essential mineral, plays a vital role in strengthening the immune system, repairing DNA, and maintaining healthy cells, all crucial for preventing cancer and slowing its progression. In this video featuring Dr. Li, we discuss how incorporating zinc-rich foods into your diet not only boosts immunity, but also combats inflammation, a major driver of cancer development. Oysters.
Oyster sauce. If you like Chinese food, you've had oyster sauce because it's used for brown sauces and it's actually made from oysters. Scientists have shown that oysters can boost the immune system and calm inflammation at the same time.
Dr. Li recommends oysters due to their exceptional nutritional profile, particularly their high content of zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and other bioactive compounds that support health and potentially fight cancer. Zinc, a mineral abundant in oysters, plays a crucial role in boosting the immune system, promoting DNA repair, and inhibiting the growth of cancer cells. Research suggests that zinc can induce apoptosis, programmed cell death, in abnormal cells, which helps prevent cancer progression. Oysters are also a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids, which have anti-inflammatory properties and may reduce the risk of chronic diseases, including cancer and heart disease. Inflammation is a key factor in cancer development, and the omega-3s in oysters help counteract this by promoting cellular health and reducing oxidative stress. Additionally, oysters are a good source of selenium, a mineral known for its antioxidant properties and its role in DNA repair and protecting cells from damage. The combination of these nutrients makes oysters a powerful food for supporting overall health, including cancer prevention and metabolic health. According to a review in Integrative Cancer Therapies, a study looked at how oyster shell calcium can help prevent oral cancer. Researchers fed mice a special drink that contained a harmful chemical called 4-NQO, which can cause cancer. They also gave the mice different types of food. Some had regular food, some had food with oyster powder, some had food with oyster calcium, and some had food without calcium. The scientists then checked the mice's tongues for signs of cancer and looked at how their cells were growing. The results showed that the mice that ate food with oyster calcium had fewer tumors on their tongues compared to the other groups. These mice also had healthier cells that were growing properly, which is a good sign because cancer cells usually grow too fast and don't mature like they should. This study suggests that eating oyster calcium can help keep our mouths healthy and may prevent cancer. You can use this knowledge in your daily life by adding more oysters or oyster shell calcium to your diet. Eating oysters can be a tasty way to get important nutrients that might help protect against cancer. You can enjoy oysters in different dishes like soups or grilled, or look for supplements that contain oyster calcium. By making these small changes to your meals, you can help support your health and possibly lower your risk of oral cancer. Here's a simple recipe for garlic butter baked oysters, a delicious way to incorporate oysters into your diet while reaping their health benefits. Start by making a quick garlic butter sauce. Melt a tablespoon of unsalted butter in a pan and sauté 2 minced garlic cloves until fragrant. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, a pinch of salt, and a dash of black pepper for flavor. Meanwhile, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Arrange fresh oysters on a baking sheet, shell side down, and spoon a small amount of the garlic butter mixture onto each oyster. Bake the oysters for about 8 to 10 minutes, just until they are cooked through and slightly firm. Serve them warm, garnished with chopped parsley for a pop of color and extra flavor. This dish not only enhances the natural taste of oysters, but also provides a healthy dose of zinc and other essential nutrients, making it a flavorful and nutritious addition to your meal plan. Chickpeas.
The chickpea is another legume that packs a punch when it comes to boosting your health defenses, which you need for cancer prevention and healing and living longer, all right? And just like lentils, chickpeas, great source of protein and a good source of dietary fiber, right? You can sign all of these up for the health benefits I talked about earlier in this video. And by the way, there are different ways of cooking chickpeas. If you look at Middle Eastern cooking, just type chickpeas Middle Eastern recipe and hit video. And you can watch people who really know what they're doing show you how chickpeas are cooked in a lot of different ways, all right? Now, I like to cook chickpeas in a curry sauce. And this is like a vegetarian dish that you can serve over brown rice. Mouth-watering to me when I think about it. Like actually my mouth starts to water, but it's super easy to make, right? So you get all the benefits of the chickpea plus the sauce, which is really delicious, and the benefits of brown rice. So let me tell you how I do that. Get a large, heavy bottom pot, all right? Again, just like the lentils, extra virgin olive oil, chop some garlic up, some onions. In my case, I like to put for chickpeas a little bit of red chili pepper, all right? If you like to have a little bit of heat, all right. Now, chili has capsaicin. That's a natural bioactive in chili that turns on your metabolism. So when you eat chili peppers and you get a little bit of that heat, that little zing on your tongue, it's amazing because the receptors on your tongue are like radar dishes or buttons on an elevator. Okay, the capsaicin pushes those buttons on your tongue and it sends a signal to your brain, and your brain will actually release neurotransmitters that go down your neck and activate your brown fat. And what that does is that actually burns down extra harmful body fat. So good fat burns down bad fat when you have chili peppers. And when you actually lower excess body fat, you're lowering inflammation. So in a different direction than your gut slowing inflammation, this is actually one way that if you're cooking chickpeas and making a curry, add a little bit of red chili pepper. That's what I actually do. And also, by the way, capsaicin has anti-inflammatory effects. Now, I've always been really surprised about that when it comes to chili. You'd think that chili would spark inflammation, right? It's hot. Actually, not. It actually quiets and quells inflammation. And by the way, so do the bioactives in the garlic and the onions that you're going to put into this chickpea recipe. So lower inflammation, good for cancer prevention. Garlic and onion are both healing in their natures as well. All right. Now you stir in some curry powder, add some cumin. Now you're actually getting a lot of different spices in there. It really activates your senses when you smell this cooking. All right, with chickpeas. I like to then add some crushed tomatoes. All right, so you get a little bit of the acid from the tomatoes, and it kind of really just adds some depth to the flavor. All right, so it's not just pure spices. And by the way, you don't have to grow your own tomatoes or even use fresh tomatoes. You can get tomatoes out of a can. Now, I like to use San Marzano tomatoes if you can find them, because San Marzano is the kind of tomato, the varietal, that has the highest levels of lycopene. That is one of the many beneficial compounds that's found in tomatoes. San Marzano tomato has one of the highest levels of lycopene. So I would go for that. And what does lycopene do? Lycopene helps your metabolism, helps to burn extra body fat, again, lowering inflammation, improves your metabolism, so you actually have more energy, which is good for longevity, right? It's what you want for longevity. It's antioxidant, so it protects your DNA slows down cellular aging. And lycopene has been shown in the study of more than 36,000 men to reduce the risk of prostate cancer. All right, so the lycopene cuts off the blood supply to tumors as well, so the cancers actually can't grow.
Dr. Lee recommends chickpeas because they are super healthy and packed with nutrients that help the body stay strong and fight off disease. Chickpeas are full of fiber, protein, and important vitamins like folate and minerals like magnesium and zinc. These nutrients help keep your body running smoothly and protect it from getting sick. The fiber in chickpeas is especially good for your gut. It feeds the healthy bacteria in your stomach, which helps your digestion and boosts your immune system. When your gut is healthy, it can also help lower inflammation in your body, which is important for preventing diseases like cancer. Chickpeas also have special natural compounds, called saponins, that may stop cancer cells from growing. Plus, they don't cause big spikes in blood sugar, which is great for keeping your energy steady and your body healthy. According to a study published in the journal Plants, researchers looked at how eating cooked chickpeas can help prevent colon cancer in mice. They fed some mice a diet with 10% to 20% cooked chickpeas while giving them a substance that can cause cancer. The scientists wanted to see if the chickpeas would help stop the cancer from developing. The results showed that the mice that ate chickpeas had fewer tumors and less severe signs of cancer compared to those that didn't eat them. This means that chickpeas might have special properties that help protect against cancer. You can use this information in your daily life by adding more chickpeas to your meals. Here's a simple recipe for roasted chickpeas, a tasty and healthy snack packed with zinc and other essential nutrients. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Rinse and drain a can of chickpeas, then pat them dry with a paper towel. Spread the chickpeas on a baking sheet in a single layer and drizzle them with a tablespoon of olive oil. Season with a pinch of salt, pepper, paprika, and a touch of garlic powder. Or customize the flavors with your favorite spices. Toss the chickpeas to coat them evenly. Roast in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, stirring halfway through until they are golden and crispy. Let them cool slightly before enjoying. This dish is not only delicious, but also a great way to add a zinc-rich food to your diet, perfect for snacking or sprinkling over salads and soups for an extra crunch. If you found value in this video so far and appreciate the many hours of effort that went into creating it, please consider liking the video and leaving a comment to support the channel. Crab.
Seafoods in my book, Eat to Beat Your Diets. And so we're going to actually talk about what are some of the nuggets of information that I got from the research for that book. First, why is seafood healthy? Well, it turns out that many kinds of seafood have healthy marine omega-3 fatty acids. These are healthy fats that are found in fish and other types of seafood, as I'm about to show you. And this is the reason why it's good for you. Now, what does omega-3 do? Omega-3s are Mother Nature's natural anti-inflammatory substances. They also help to maintain healthy circulation. They assist the lining of your blood vessels, the endothelial cells, to be as healthy as possible so your blood can flow smoothly. They protect the stem cells that are in your body. We all have stem cells that are naturally found in our body, and these stem cells are important for tissue repair, regeneration, so we heal ourselves from the inside out. Omega-3s protect those cells to keep them as viable and vital as possible for regenerative healing. Omega-3 is also good for gut microbiome. They happen to be very good for gut health, keeping your healthy gut bacteria very happy. And that means it's good for your metabolism as well. The other thing that omega-3s do is help your immune system. So if you tally that list up of all the things that omega-3s do, that tells you why you want to actually eat seafood. Now, what are the best sources of marine omega-3 fatty acids? Well, you've probably heard about it, like tuna and salmon and oily fish. And it's true that marine fish are the best sources of omega-3s. Now, if you're a vegan, you can actually get it from plant-based sources as well, like chia seeds, but that's actually not directly omega-3s. That's from a precursor that your body has to metabolize, and you get a lot more omega-3s if you actually eat seafood, okay? Now, you've probably heard people say, eat lower on the food chain because the bigger fish have more likely to have heavy metals like mercury in them. And that's true. That's why you got to be careful about eating swordfish and tuna and some of these larger fish. But then people say, oh, eat really low in the food chain like anchovies and sardines and mackerels. Now, I actually happen to like sardines and mackerel, all right, but not everybody does.
Dr. Lee recommends crab because it is a nutrient-rich food that supports overall health and may help fight disease. Crab is a great source of high-quality protein, which is important for building and repairing tissues in the body. It is also packed with essential nutrients like zinc, selenium, and omega-3 fatty acids, which have powerful health benefits. Zinc, found in crab, plays a key role in boosting the immune system and helping the body repair damaged cells. This is important for protecting against illnesses, including cancer. Selenium is another important mineral in crab that acts as an antioxidant, helping to prevent damage to cells and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Crab is also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in the body and support heart health. Since inflammation can contribute to diseases like cancer, eating foods like crab may help lower that risk. Additionally, crab contains natural compounds that promote healthy brain function and may protect against cognitive decline. According to a review in the Journal of Breast Cancer, scientists studied how crab shells can help fight breast cancer. They looked at a special extract made from crab shells and tested it on a type of breast cancer cell. The researchers used different amounts of the crab shell extract and found that when they used more of it, the cancer cells grew less and even started to die. They also discovered that the extract helped lower a substance called nitric oxide, which is linked to cancer growth. The study showed that the crab shell extract contains helpful ingredients like chitin and carotenoids, which can make cancer cells stop growing and encourage them to die. This means that crab shells might be a natural way to help prevent or treat breast cancer. Here's a simple recipe for garlic lemon crab cakes, a delicious way to enjoy the health benefits of crab while incorporating zinc-rich seafood into your diet. Start by mixing 1 pound of lump crab meat with 1 beaten egg, 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and the juice of half a lemon in a large bowl. Add 1 minced garlic clove, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Gently fold the ingredients together to avoid breaking the crab meat. Form the mixture into small patties, about 2 to 3 inches wide. Heat a skillet over medium heat with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Cook the crab cakes for 3 to 4 minutes on each side, or until they are golden brown and heated through. Serve warm with a side of fresh greens and a dollop of tartar sauce or lemon aioli. This dish not only highlights the delicate flavor of crab, but also provides a nutrient-rich meal that supports your health with zinc and other essential nutrients. Cashew nuts.
The cashew nut's a great source of protein, all right? And in some cultures, like in India, the nut itself is ground into a powder and is actually mixed into a base for creating like curries, all right? So great source of protein, great source of dietary fiber. It's got some healthy fats in it as well. What's not to like, especially when it's used as a base with a tasty sauce like a curry. Now, I was surprised to learn, by the way, when I was doing research on this, that cashews actually contain polyphenols called catechins, all right, including EGCG, which is exactly the same beneficial polyphenol that you'd find in green tea. Amazing. Cashews also contain a bioactive called lutein and zeaxanthin. And these two bioactives, lutein and zeaxanthin, are not only potent antioxidants, but they've actually been shown when they've actually given as supplements to actually protect your vision. And in fact, there are supplements that contain lutein and zeaxanthin specifically used to lower the risk of a condition called age-related macular degeneration, AMD, most common cause of blindness over the age of 65. And people who don't have diabetes, you know, when you hear someone say, oh, grandma's going blind because she's old. No, not because she's old, but because she most likely has AMD, age-related macular degeneration. Lutein and zeaxanthin, which is found in cashews, actually reduce the risk. They actually push back against that condition. Now, the other thing is that cashews deliver dietary fiber, as I talked about, and they can actually reduce inflammation in your body. And by reducing inflammation, that can counter the effect of having too much excess body fat. So regardless of what your weight is, but especially if you actually have excess body weight, right? Little overweight or a lot overweight, you're going to have some inflammation in your body, and eating cashews can actually counter that inflammation by having the dietary fiber feed your gut microbiome. That's something that I want to talk about with cashews. By the way, if you're going to go buy nuts in bulk, which is how I recommend that you buy them, don't buy too many at a time. I know you can go to some of these huge big box stores and get like a gigantic jug of nuts, and they might sit on your counter or under your table for like a year. Remember, nuts will eventually go rancid because they have oil and they're protein, right? You don't need to refrigerate them, although if you refrigerate nuts, they'll last a little bit longer. And if you freeze nuts, your tree nuts, they'll actually last even longer still, all right? But what I suggest is that when you're going to go buy tree nuts, just buy enough that you can actually eat for a couple of weeks as a snack, or use it over a couple of weeks. Don't go buying the gigantic quantities of bulk nuts, all right?
Dr. Lee recommends cashew nuts because they are a nutrient-dense snack that provides essential vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats to support overall health and disease prevention. Cashews are rich in monounsaturated fats, which are heart-healthy fats that help lower bad cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of heart disease. These fats also have anti-inflammatory properties, which may help lower the risk of chronic diseases, including cancer. Cashews are an excellent source of magnesium, a mineral that supports bone health, muscle function, and energy production. Magnesium also plays a role in regulating blood sugar levels, making cashews a good choice for maintaining steady energy throughout the day. Additionally, cashews contain zinc, which is crucial for a strong immune system and helps the body repair damaged cells. Cashews are packed with antioxidants like vitamin E and phytochemicals, which protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. This cell protection is important for reducing the risk of diseases like cancer. Cashews also contain plant compounds like anacardic acids, which have been studied for their potential anti-cancer properties. According to a review in the Journal of Advanced Practitioner in Oncology, a study looked at how eating nuts, especially tree nuts like cashews, can help people with stage 3 colon cancer. The researchers studied 826 patients who were getting treatment for their cancer. They asked these patients about their eating habits and followed them for about 6.5 years. The results showed that patients who ate more nuts had a lower chance of their cancer coming back and lived longer. Specifically, those who ate 2 or more servings of nuts each week had better chances of staying cancer-free and living longer, compared to those who didn't eat nuts. This study is important because it suggests that eating nuts can be a simple way to help improve health, especially for people dealing with cancer. Nuts are packed with good nutrients that can help the body fight disease. To use this knowledge in daily life, people can start adding nuts like cashews, almonds, or walnuts to their meals and snacks. For example, they can sprinkle nuts on yogurt, mix them into oatmeal, or enjoy them as a snack. By making nuts a regular part of their diet, everyone can work towards better health and possibly lower their risk of serious diseases. Eggs. Eggs are a good source of zinc.
Eggs have this rumor that they're not healthy for you. They're not heart healthy. All bunk. It turns out that eggs are really healthy. They're a great source of protein. Remember, when you're trying to lose weight, you need to keep on your muscle mass, so protein is good. And the yolk of eggs contain bioactives called carotenoids. You know what makes egg yolks yellow or orange? It should be orange, not bright yellow. That is a carotenoid, carotenoids. And the 2 carotenoids that you want to know are in eggs are lutein and zeaxanthin. Lutein and zeaxanthin. Both of those bioactive compounds protect vision, all right? And if you have lutein and zeaxanthin, it actually lowers the risk of developing an age-related cause of vision loss. It's called wet macular degeneration. If you know anybody who's above the age of 60 or 70, especially, that you ask them, they might tell you that they have AMD in one or both of their eyes. And when you have wet AMD, that's the form where extra blood vessels actually grow in the back of your eye. Those extra vessels are leaky. Leaky blood vessels cause edema, fluid buildup in the back of the eye. And that disrupts the function of your retina to be able to capture vision. So you actually lose vision. So the lutein and zeaxanthin that you can find in eggs fights that process, can help prevent vision loss from macular degeneration. Now, you can actually get dietary supplements called AREDS, AREDS, that contain lutein and zeaxanthin. But eggs are also a great way to actually get zeaxanthin. Now, what I would actually tell you is that you want to get pasture-raised eggs. Those are really eggs that come from hens that are able to run around the pasture on their own and eating and pecking at whatever naturally chickens would actually eat, because that's how you can also get more of the bioactives. It comes from the natural world, plant-based stuff, lutein and zeaxanthin. The hens just put it into the egg. And when hens are pasture-raised and free-ranging, they're also eating plants that contain the omega-3 fatty acids, the precursor to omega-3 fatty acids. The hen's body makes it into omega-3, and guess what? The hen puts it right into the egg. And so if you eat pasture-raised eggs from pasture-raised hens, you're always going to actually have a healthier yolk. The yolk isn't bright yellow like when I was growing up. I always ate just regular grocery store eggs. What I didn't realize is that hens that are free-range, pasture-raised hens, their eggs, when you crack open and look at their yolk, it's deep orange, okay? Even orange red like the blood moon. Now, clinical studies have actually shown that eating eggs is actually not harmful for your heart. In fact, you can eat up to 5 eggs a week and not have any problems at all. So this idea of cholesterol and eggs and raising your blood cholesterol, not actually true. Eggs actually do not raise bad cholesterol, and in some cases they actually raise good cholesterol. Back in the day when people were studying eggs and discovered that they were linked to heart disease and increased cholesterol, we didn't know there was good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. We do know that in some people it actually elevates good cholesterol. It does not elevate bad cholesterol, so it's good for us. And in terms of the link to heart disease, well, what happened back in the 1970s when people were studying this and made this breakthrough about eggs being bad for the heart? Well, they were studying people eating eggs all right, but those same people that were egg eaters were also eating bacon and sausage and chicken fried steak and gravy and all kinds of other things, dairy in their coffee, cream in their coffee, and all kinds of other things that would actually raise the risk of heart disease. And the eggs got thrown into the bus, and the researchers were ignoring the contributing factors of all these other more harmful foods when it comes to heart health. So eggs have been studied more carefully now, and they're actually really, really good.
In eggs, the zinc is readily absorbed by the body, making them an efficient way to meet daily nutritional needs. This mineral works alongside other nutrients in eggs, such as protein and vitamin D, to provide a well-rounded boost to health. The zinc in eggs contributes to the body's ability to regulate inflammation and repair DNA, which are important for preventing chronic diseases and supporting long-term health. According to a review in Poultry Science, scientists have been studying how eggs can help prevent cancer. They found that proteins in eggs, especially in egg whites, have special abilities that might fight cancer. One study looked at how egg white proteins could be changed using different methods to create small pieces called peptides. These peptides were found to stop cancer cells from growing and even caused some cancer cells to die. Another study showed that when a protein called ovalbumin from eggs was heated, it became even better at stopping mutations that can lead to cancer. The review explains that egg proteins and peptides can help in different ways, like making cancer cells die, protecting our DNA, and stopping cancer cells from spreading. However, most of the research has been done in labs, so more studies with people are needed to see how well these proteins work in real life. Eggs are also rich in vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, which supports bone health and immunity, and choline, an important nutrient for brain development and memory. Choline plays a key role in maintaining healthy cells and supporting nervous system function, making eggs particularly valuable for cognitive health. In addition, eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that are especially beneficial for eye health. These compounds protect against damage from harmful light and may reduce the risk of age-related vision problems such as macular degeneration. Here's a simple recipe for spinach and egg breakfast bowls, a nutritious and delicious way to incorporate eggs into your diet while benefiting from their zinc content. Start by heating a tablespoon of olive oil in a skillet over medium heat. Add a handful of fresh spinach and sauté until wilted, about 2 minutes. Season with a pinch of salt and pepper. Transfer the cooked spinach to a bowl. In the same skillet, crack 2 eggs and cook them to your preference, sunny side up, scrambled, or poached. Place the cooked eggs on top of the spinach in the bowl. Add sliced avocado, cherry tomatoes, and a sprinkle of feta cheese for added flavor and nutrients. Finish with a drizzle of hot sauce or a sprinkle of paprika, if desired. This quick and easy dish is packed with high-quality protein, zinc, and other essential nutrients, making it a great choice for a balanced breakfast or light lunch. It's both satisfying and a step towards supporting overall health.